Live Show. Motivation speakers, positive affirmation, tune in every week. We need a Monday family meeting. Always cheating. Relationship advice on Wednesday so you don't go creeping. Thursday game time, come in and unwind. Friday night shout out time, creators grind and shine. Pop up at the pop up, shop up at the shop up. Get your bomb.com seasons for your potluck. Tropical morning for your royalty. Love and live empire, bringing all the heat. Wanna taste that heat? Woo. Try to taste the heat. Woo. Hot sauce, that sweet heat is banging like this beat. Woo. Chocolate burning, love, mild watermelon. Heat. Dynamite's the truth. Have you woo?
Figured nephew, Lenora. She know it's the truth.
Chris. Everybody love Chris. Love and live show.
It's the love and live show.
Love and live.
It's the love and live.
We be laughing, having fun.
Get up, please stay. Love and live. Get up, please stay. Love and live.
Love and live. Each day as if it was your last.
The love live show.
Yep.
Visit Love and Live Shots.com.
How's everybody doing today? What is going on?
Yes, we here, y'all. We here.
It is Relationship Advice.
Yes, it is.
Every Wednesday, we come together here today to speak on different relationship topics and issues. This week is no different.
Yeah.
We did miss Monday family meeting.
Ooh, we gotta tell y'all the juice about that.
All
it
right.
ain't even juicy though. It ain't even juicy.
And so, yeah, here we are with relationship advice. So, Queen Lenore, are you ready today?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You ready to tackle this subject for today?
Yes.
The subject that you don't even know nothing about?
Yes.
All right. Well, we got some folks in
I
the
don't even
chat.
know how many times you were gonna let me say yes, because I'm like every
How
time.
many more times do you want to say yes?
I don't.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Start from the top. We're gonna go ahead and welcome in
Mother Earth Consultant.
We got my Mother Earth Consultant in the building. She said, "Happy Wednesday, everyone."
Happy Wednesday, y'all.
We got somebody who's out here and alive. We got money.
James. Hey,
James Money 615.
Woo woo.
Welcome in. We got James in the building. We got somebody who's feeling picture perfect.
Yes.
All right, she's living her best. We've got Brittany's
live.
live.
Hey,
What's going
Brittany.
on, Brittany?
How my girl doing?
Brittany says, "Hey, everyone.
Hey, girl. How's
How you doing
everything
today,
going?
Brittany? What is going on?"
Yes.
All right. Mother Earth Consultant was jamming to the chocolate and chicken wings.
Yes.
You know, a little prelude before we got into the live
Yes,
today.
exactly.
We got to get well, mind, body, and
My
soul.
sis, for
All
real.
right, we've got
Wellness with Frugal Mama.
Wellness in the
Hey,
building.
Wellness, how you doing?
She said, "Hello, how you doing, Wellness?" All right.
Yes.
So, Queen Lenore, as you know, every week we come up with different topics, whatever it may be, but there's a title in the thumbnail that you don't know anything about.
Okay.
All right. And so, with that being said, we got Wellness from Frugal Mama saying, "Hey, greetings, everyone.
Greetings, sis.
Hope you
How
enjoying
you
yourself,
doing?
Wellness."
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pop up this thumbnail. Here we are. All right, Brittany, she said she's doing good. How are we?
I'm doing
You
good.
doing good
I'm
over
doing
on
good.
this side?
I took. Let me tell y'all. I took some ibuprofen last night before I went to bed. It worked because this morning I'm in pain. So the sciatica is like, hey, I'm taking a rest for today. I'm like,
You got a
thank
little
you.
bit of a relief.
You know, you got to talk to your sciatica because, you know, if you don't, then they get a little attitude.
You gotta
so.
talk it out.
Yes, I was like, girl, how you doing? She's like, I'm doing fine. I'm just going to leave you alone for right now. I was like, thank you, girl. So me and her is on cool. You know, we on point.
You're on better terms now. You guys are speaking together again.
Yeah,
right?
we're kind of cool.
Mhm.
When she leaves, I'm cool with her. You know, it's when she stays, we're fighting. We be having issues. It's a drag out, knockout one.
Absolutely. So the title and thumbnail, as you can see, the title. What is it saying, Queen Lenore? What is it saying?
Should I stay or go?
All
Go,
right.
leave, peace, bye.
So should this person
sorry.
stay, or should they go?
Where they staying? Is it in the marriage or is it work or is it where we
We're gonna
staying?
figure this out. We're gonna figure this
I
out.
need to know.
The
Because right
only-
now I'm saying bye.
Only other hint we have, and it's in the title. Is it time for me to move on? All right. Is it time for them to move on?
Oh, it must be relationship. Let me tell you, if you're not married, move on. If it's in your mind to have this conversation, move on. I'm answering questions I don't know nothing
All
about.
right. So, well, we're gonna get into that, and we're gonna figure out some more details with that whole overall situation. But Queen Lenore, do you want to talk about anything else before we step into
Well,
our
let's talk
topic?
about how we missed Monday Family
We
Meeting.
missed Monday family
We
meeting. That was
missed
something.
It didn't even make sense. But let me tell you, okay, first my daughter had a bachelor party on Saturday. Okay, we had a good time. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Then Elijah on Sunday had a bachelor party. Well, that didn't go so well for us. It went good for them at the bachelor party, but for us ladies at home, it didn't go so well, okay? We had issues, okay? And mine is just not to say the lady, Lenora had issues, okay? So, it wasn't all right. So, we woke up on Monday to talk about everything that happened on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And as we was talking, we missed a lot.
That's truthfully
Like,
what happened.
literally, we missed a lot. When he looked at it, he was like, it's 1:30. And I'm like, 1:30 was 1:27. Well, how we missed a lot when we sit here right next to everything? Like, all we had to do was sit up like this and do a live. Because this is what we was doing. He was on one end with his legs up. I was on this end with my leg up. And we was having a whole full conversation and Mr. Live on Mondays. So y'all didn't get no family meeting conversation. And mind you, you ain't getting one on Monday coming up because he ain't even gonna be here. And I'm probably gonna be asleep.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and open up a file. It's not just any kind of file. We've got
The Bud Files.
Bud Files in the building.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on, Bud Files?
Yeah,
So that's a little bit of an update.
to let
with
y'all
that.
know. That's why I wrote on there, sorry, y'all. And I will let y'all know today because I had to write that because he wasn't going to write it. So I knew, let me go ahead and write and let y'all know we are sorry we missed the family meeting live. We don't know what was going on in our head. And we apologize.
So are you ready to get into a new topic for today?
I guess we're going to a new topic. I guess he's telling me to shut up. So let's
I
go over
wouldn't
to the new topic.
necessarily say
But that's
I'm
what you
telling
did.
to do
But that's
that,
what
but
you did. It's okay.
A nice way of saying shut up.
Yeah, that's a nice, exactly. So you already know, Chris.
getting into it.
Get
now.
on your nephew about it.
So this first one is this is a newly engaged couple, right?
Uh-huh.
And so this is coming in from the perspective of the woman in the relationship, and she has her boyfriend / fiance to now consider in this housing situation. All right. So she had recently purchased a house.
Okay.
She's doing well off. She purchased a house. Her fiance has a child, a 4-year-old child. They've been together for a minute. She has a good relationship with the child, whatever it may be. But they've been living separately. So somewhere along the lines, they had this conversation, and now they're saying we should come together. Well, now that they are now living together, not only is he there when he has his child, switching off on custody, the child is also there, and there's room for the child. Everything is cool, but she's getting absolutely fed up with her fiance, and so she's at a point right now where she wants to kick him out of the house. And she wants to know, like, is this wrong that if she actually did kick him out the house, she feels like maybe they need some distance, some time apart right now. What would you recommend for this young lady in this situation?
What is she upset about?
She's just annoyed. Like, I think she thought that this was going to be better than what it was. She's feeling like there's a little bit of invasions with, just her personal space and stuff like that. And
so why she say yes to get married?
It wasn't everything that it was chalked up to. She said it made sense for them to do this as something that they considered in a relationship and kind of give it a test run before they actually get married. But she can't see herself changing how she feels on this situation anytime soon, and she wants to know what she should do.
Apparently you're not ready for a relationship, so leave. And tell him he got to go and break up. Because apparently he's ready to go to the next level and you still in the childish mindset mode. And the reason I call it a child's mindset mode because you're bringing two different people in the household. He lives one way, you live a different way. Now you guys got to learn to melt together and deal with stuff that you're not normally used to. Anytime you live with somebody and move in, I don't care who it is, you live with and move in. You can move in right now with your sister. She done lived on her own and you done lived on your own. You come back, you guys gonna be in different sets of rules. And you can't say, oh, we was raised together because we live separately and have totally different lifestyles. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
I just feel like you're just not ready for a relationship, so get out. Because that's just what it is. It's petty.
She feels burdened by the new expectations because not only does she have, of course, the fiance, now she has the child to also consider that she didn't even really think about like that. So, what are you feeling?
Like I
Same
said,
conversation.
It's the same conversation. Like, it's not like this is brand new information to you.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same old. So my thing is, you're not really ready for a relationship. And you're nitpicking on everything. And nothing's going to be perfect in life. And as an adult, you know nothing's going to be perfect in life. So why do you think your relationship right here is going to be perfect? Mm-hmm. So, like I said, say deuces and call it a day. Save everybody. It's going to hurt on both ends. It's going to hurt you because you're going to regret what you're doing. And it's going to hurt him because he don't understand. And then that's just what it's going to hurt. I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy roller coaster. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying it's going to hurt. But literally, you're not going to get along when you first move in with somebody. It's not roses that's coming up when you first live together, because you guys been living on your own and you have different rules. Some might throw their clothes on the floor. Some might put it in their hamper. Some might, drink the milk out of the carton. Some want the milk in the thing. Like, these are real conversations that people been having.
Truthfully.
So my thing is, like, literally, you're not ready for this relationship.
Well, we got some folks in the chat. We've got House of X Entertainment. We stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. We got House of X saying, hey, loving this show. House of X said, who going in the pool before the wedding?
Elia.
Queen Nora. All right, we gotta welcome somebody in.
Elia, he knows.
All right, she lit. We got
755 Media.
Welcome in.
That's
we
my
got
song right there,
755 Media in the building.
Woo.
We lit. You know what's going on.
Yeah.
She said, I hit the like button.
All
She
right.
said, hey, y'all, how you doing? 755.
Hey,
Nice
fam,
to
how
see you
you
in
doing?
here. Always
Your
nice to
favorite
see
never get married on Sunday, girl.
Absolutely.
Your favorite never get married on Sunday. And I still am not ready. I gotta get my dress, y'all. I gotta get altered.
All right, and so for the next conversation we have here, this is a crazy one. All right. So this is a boyfriend and girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, again, lining into the next topic. Should I stay or should I go? All right. So this is a boyfriend and girlfriend. They have been together coming up on almost 2 years. And so, in his mind, he's like, all right, I'm getting ready for this next step here. I think, we're going to go somewhere. We're going to, establish our relationship, make things a little bit more permanent. But he found out some newfound information, all right? She just came out and told him something, and it kind of put his world upside down.
Mm-hmm.
You think you can probably guess?
Mm-mm.
Well, she said that she had slept with somebody in the beginning of their relationship.
Okay.
And so when he heard that, he was conflicted because at that point, they were boyfriend and girlfriend. So there was some tied exclusivity.
Oh, yeah.
But she wasn't on that train. So now that he's found all this
she wasn't on the train.
She wasn't on that train. I guess she didn't know it was that serious. And so she was handling her other business over there. So now that he's found this out, this is kind of, been hard for him to really process, and he wants to know, what should he do about this?
How long have they been together?
They've been together for 2 years.
So that happened in the beginning of the
That
relationship?
happened 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
2
How far in the relationship?
Right when it was established.
So right when they said I'm gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend, she decided to have one
Pretty
more
much,
friend?
probably, I think it's like within that week.
I'm gonna just say that's really one of those things that this should not be an open discussion for us. It really needs to be a conversation that you have within yourself, because it's something that can you handle. Like, I understand. Now there's all this doubt. Can I trust that she hasn't had another relationship with anybody else? That she didn't sleep with somebody else on that throughout our 2 years? Was it just that last time you wanted to say goodbye? But she didn't have to agree to being in a relationship. So there's a lot of things that you got to put in your head. But my thing is, whatever decision you make, stand by it. So if you're gonna stay with her, then stand by it and don't bring this conversation back up. If not, hey, you want to let it go, you can let it go. That's up to you. This is not a conversation that we over here personally can help you with, because we are not in a relationship with her. We're not in love with her. And the reason I say that, I think a lot of conversations we always outsource, and then we are upset with the results. And so you don't want to be in that situation where that's what it is. And I don't want to give you advice. My thing is, look at all your pros and cons and weigh those situations out. Is it worth staying with her? Can I forgive her for this? Can I let this go? These are things that you have to do. Maybe you got to talk to her some more to find out if these are things you can let go and, call it a day. Why is the conversation now coming up?
Yeah.
These are things like I need to know, for your own benefits. But I really can't give you the answer.
Yeah, in this specific situation, what would you say you may do if you felt like this? You think you would be able to overlook something like this, or is this something that would have probably been too much for you on a personal level? Because I personally, I don't know. I couldn't tell. I mean, I wouldn't know because something like that happened in the start, then we're so far after. But then again, it now puts other things into question. So it's kind of hard. But overall, I don't know what my final conclusion would be. Do you have an idea of what your conclusion would be?
I really don't have an idea because there's so many factors that are empty for
And
me
it
in
being
this
that
conversation,
person,
and
yeah.
that's why I said it's one of those things. You didn't give us any full details. You know, you gave us generic details, so I can't give you a true answer on even how I would be. Because my thing is, my number one question at this moment is why is it coming up right now? Is you about to get busted about it? Like, I need to know why is it here now?
Okay.
It wasn't here 2 years ago, and then why couldn't you tell me 2 years ago? Like, there, I got a lot of questions, and that needs to be answered, so I can't tell you how I would be personally.
Well, dipping back into the chat, 755 says, Sunday is the best day. Can't wait to see.
Woo woo!
All right, she said, hello, Frugal Mama. I'll see you at the wedding.
All right, now, that's what I'm talking about. The
We gotta
fam coming to
welcome.
the wedding.
We got to welcome somebody in. We've got
Deborah
Gary.
Hey,
Deborah,
Deborah,
how
how are
you doing?
you?
She said hello, love and live.
How's
and
my
hello to everyone.
fam doing?
What's going on, Deborah? It's so nice to see you in the building.
Yes.
So yeah, that topic there is a little bit more, I feel like it's on a personal level, especially without marriage even being a factor. Because something like that, you could probably give some recommendations and say that okay, try to work through it, whatever it may be. But there's no finality to anything with their current relationship. So
Yeah.
let's step into the next one, which is now the title and thumbnail, where a little bit more finality is in the situation. Should I stay or should I go? All right. So what happened in this situation, this guy got a new job. So he got a new job, and the job asked him to relocate. So him and his wife decided, all right, we're going to relocate. The problem is things apparently have fell through on the job or whatever it may be. So he made it there, but now they're kind of in a stranded type of situation. All they have is the money in their bank account, and maybe they're thinking right now, maybe we can do a fresh start, maybe we can go back to where we were. But in this stage of their relationship, they're also having issues with each other. So mind you, in the whole relationship, she has cheated on him twice, and he decided to take her back both times. So they had got into a conflict while they were kind of deciding what they were going to do. They were in the car, and it was a trucking job, so all he really had was a truck, and it wasn't really no good truck when the whole job fell through. But they're getting along in that truck, finding out what they want to do, and they had gotten to an argument. And so she just, in his perspective, downing him, saying, this is all your fault. I can't believe you put us in this situation. Just cussing him out, and she told him, get out the car. It escalated at that point, and he decided this time, you know what? He just got out the car. And so he decided to put this question in as he was getting ready to go on the bus to the airport. He wants to know, should he stay or should he go? What would you recommend for him in the situation? Knowing all these new factors, everything that's happened in the relationship, everything that's happening now, you feel like there's future, you feel like there's hope, what would you recommend? And you could probably say on both sides, staying or going. But would you stay? Would you go? Should he stay? Should he go?
That's a good one. I'm honestly say for me, I'm out.
You heading out on that one?
I'm out. We stayed in the truck. We doing this stuff, and you want to kick me out. And this is a battle, and I discussed everything with you before we moved. I didn't know the job was going to fall through. I didn't know, and just like I didn't know, you didn't know. And for you just to throw the blame at me and don't even give the consideration of my feeling and my hope, I just don't feel like you really love me. I just feel like you're in a relationship just to be in a relationship. And like I said, peace. I think we stay a lot of times too much. And so we don't give people the opportunity to understand that what they're missing. And I always say, I'll let you go. You'll find out if you need me or want me or not. I'm not going to sit here and beg for you to stay to try to build. I did that with my first marriage, and I never did it before that, and I won't do it after that. Like, if you want to leave, you have the option to leave. Will it hurt? Yes, it will. But I need you to understand where my position is. And he done forgave her from the 2 cheatings, and now you want to attack me and know I'm already down in the count. You know, I'm already feeling like crap, and then now you want to not only spit on me, and I know she didn't literally spit on him, but spit on me and then kick me out the car. I'm going. Like, you do it, and you got the truck, you do it. I'm gone. I'm gonna start over. Mm-hmm. And that's just where I'm at. Like, you know, I think as in relationships, people are always about me. And that's why relationships don't work. If you always saying what's going on with you, like if I'm always like, oh, this, and Chris is doing this to me, and Chris is doing this to me, and this and this and this, and the only thing I'm coming out, and I be doing this for Chris, and I take care of Chris, and I do this for Chris, and I do this, Chris, and then Chris is doing. I'm now only focused on me, so I'm no longer in a relationship with us together. It's about my feelings and my feelings only. And a lot of people are like, well, I can only say what he's doing. I'm doing everything right. You're never doing everything right. There's nobody in a relationship that's together doing anything right. Me and Eli are business partner. We're in a relationship. I'm not always doing things right, and he's not always doing things wrong. We both doing things wrong, and we're both doing things right. That's just what it is. Ain't nobody right all the time in a relationship. And if you feel like you're right all the time in a relationship, you're a narcissist. Narcissist?
Narcissist, yeah.
What he just said. That's what you
was
are.
Thrown on that thing.
I was. I couldn't get the words, I tell you. And I realized that's why relationships don't work, because there's always people. And if one party's doing it, you can almost kind of save the relationship. But if both people are doing it, you can't save that, because each person is a
narcissist.
And so 2 narcissists together is not going to work. You want a relationship to work, there got to be one person with a sound mind to say, you know what, I'm going to let you be. That's how you feel, I'm going to let you be. But a lot of times, they're not doing that. So they're always, oh, me, woe is me. And anytime you hear somebody just says me, all the time, but they can pinpoint everybody else, then understand that's a
narcissist.
And the relationship is going to be bumpy. And to me, the best way to nail a
narcissist
is to leave them alone.
Oh, man.
You know, you leave them alone. Because pretty soon when you be by yourself, sometimes you need that break to be by yourself. One thing I know, like when I was with my first husband, I was completely like lost in why we were not together. Like, I didn't understand why he had to cheat. I was just completely lost in this whole conversation of what we was doing. But one thing I did was when we finally broke up and he went his way and I went my way, I understood as a wife what I did wrong. Not that I had somebody to teach me, not that I had somebody to tell me. I was able, thank the Lord, that I had a relationship with God. It might not have been where I thought the relationship with God would be, but it was enough for me to hear him, to realize the mistakes I made. Didn't give my ex-husband the right to cheat. Didn't give my ex-husband the right to do the stuff that he did, but I was able to see what I did wrong. And what people do in relationships, they never see what they do wrong. They only see what that person does to them. And they'll tell you that. And they'll tell you, I know what I did wrong. I didn't make his ham and cheese sandwich the way he wanted it. I know that's what I did wrong. And I will admit to that. It be something so petty and stupid that don't even make sense. But they told you what they did wrong, so you don't look at them as a narcissist. I said it right. So they do it. That's how they do it. But in any relationship with your kids, your friends, your family, your relationship, it needs both parties to listen. This woman is about her. She done cheated on him twice. And she is now blaming him for the move that he talked to her about. It'd be different if he said, we just moving. We ain't talking about it, let's go. Then you just blame him. But he talked to you about it. And then you threw it in his face. You're not encouraging him. He's already beating his own self up. This is the time to encourage. And for some reason, women don't feel like they need to encourage their men. They'll encourage everybody else but their men. This is the time to encourage. Even if you feel he's wrong, encourage him, lift him up. Be that support for him. You know what I mean? And call it a day. So maybe you need to leave because she already knows you're always there, and that's why she's acting a fool. But now if you leave, she's going to be like, oh, I don't have him like that. I'm going to have to get on my best behavior. And that's why I feel like you should go. From both, the state and there. Maybe go to a different state. I don't care. Just go somewhere. Because apparently they're living in the truck, right?
Well, yeah. At that time, I think they had a little time at the hotel, and then they was gonna figure out what their next move was. So they was in the car, kind of figuring out what their next move.
And next time you move, make sure you already have a place where you move. The company should pay for it. If they moving you, they pay for that stuff. And I know they did that back in the day when I was younger. I know they do it better now than they did back then. So they pay for that. They give you money to move and get you. All you gotta do is find the housing. They give you the money to pay the first up to like 6 months usually to move, and give you an allotment too. So next time, don't move without them. A company move without them giving you money.
Well, digging into the chat, Mother Earth said, don't forget to hit the like button, but 755 was saying, that sounds toxic. No thanks. The Wellness for Frugal Mom said, if you got to ask, go.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I say.
All right. Sweetheart is in here. She said on Friday she going to Paris. Okay.
All right.
Mother Earth said, great teamwork, you guys. We got to welcome somebody in. Mr. Blue Carpet himself. We got Prince Daniel. What's going on, Prince Daniel?
How you doing? We didn't welcome Sweetheart in. Thanks.
He said, hey, Queen, Annie Lyon. Of course, now we got to welcome in Sweetheart. Sweetheart is in here.
How you doing?
All right. She said, nice hair, Queen.
Thank you. I just curled it to y'all. Look at that. Look at that. I think these are the kind of curls my daughter wants, babe. Hold on. Okay, that's all.
All right. So how do you feel about that overall? That's your feelings?
I think me and Wellness is on the same page.
If he gotta ask, he gotta go. That's just kind of what it is.
That's what I do. Sometimes, and I'm not a person that feel like people should take breaks from each other and stuff like that. I'm really not. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if you kick a man or a woman out, expect it to be hard to get me back in. Mm-hmm. If me and Chris get in a big argument, he kicked me out the house, I guarantee you it's not gonna be hard to get me. It's gonna be hard as heck to get me back in this house. Mm-hmm. You will be. That'll be the last thing you'll ever do again is kick me out because you will not get me back in this house easily. We will have a relationship living in two different homes, but I will not be coming back. I think that gives you that lesson because I think people not like will test you, but they test you, and I think once you go, oh, okay, I'll come back in, they do it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't want that. Like we're not playing where you can just kick me out and I just, okay, I'm gonna get kicked out. I'll be back tomorrow. No, we're not doing that. You kick me out, you ain't gonna see me for a while. And you better hope I don't find nobody. I don't care if I'm married or not. I'm being honest. God gotta work on me. Better hope I don't find another man in the process of being by myself. Cause Queen don't play. And that's just what it is. Like, there's never been an argument where me and Chris felt like we had to kick each other out the house. Because we're not. This is not what we're going to do. And I'm not going to say, oh, knock on wood. It's just God's in this relationship and we're just not going to do that. We can get mad and go in separate rooms, but we ain't getting mad kicking each other out the house. That's just not what we're going to do. It's just out of respect. Mm-hmm. Okay. And people don't respect nobody in relationships. And I say this, y'all, I know he's coming up with his new question. I say this because in relationships, we always punk out. Something always make each person punk out, and they got good reason to punk out. And everybody can make a fabulous reason why they have to punk out in a relationship. And I'm talking about every type of relationship. They have reasons they can punk out of a relationship. But nobody ever wants to take ownership for what they do. You take ownership for what you do, you ain't got to worry about what the other person is doing. But if I take ownership, then I need Eli to take ownership. No, I take ownership for what I did. You don't want to take ownership for you? That's you. But at least let's take ownership for ourselves. Relationships are built with a strong foundation of communication. And that is not doing what I'm doing right now, just running my mouth. That has a lot to do with listening. Understand. Not ready to rebuttal to have my say in there to whatever you say, that I can never let you finish your sentence. You want those types of relationship where I can let you finish your whole complete sentence and then respond to it because I'm truly listening. Because we have a rebuttal, but that's because I think that's Satan telling you to rebuttal. So yeah, you want to hurry up and say that rebuttal, but listening. Taking a comprehension. I'm going to listen better than I'm going to talk. Then I'm going to explain my situation. And then we're going to talk about it. I want to understand you. I understand that hurts your feelings. I apologize for hurting your feelings. I never want to hurt your feelings. But because I tell Elijah that I hurt his feelings and I apologize for that, doesn't mean he's going to turn around and say, I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. It doesn't mean he's going to give me the same reaction. And we always do something waiting for that person to come back to say the same thing we are. Elijah is not Queen. I am not Elijah. We are two separate, different people. We know this in the world. Like, in the reality, we know we are two separate people. But what is the main thing people tell you? Well, I know when I do such and such, that's you. That's when we get back to that word.
No, it's just
Because that's you. Everybody ain't you.
Yeah.
Well, I do this and I do that. Because that's what you want to do.
I think that's a big thing, though. You can't put your personal expectations onto somebody else. People handle things differently. And that's where things, chaos is often birthed from because people think in a certain way and they think other people are supposed to think that way. People are different, especially when it comes to, our many differences. I mean, whether that's just how people are raised up or their background and whatever they do for even something simple like work. You come from somebody who's a little bit more, I guess, using their mind a little bit more to tackle an issue from somebody who just kind of does whatever on the fly. They're going to butt heads on things because one person's thinking more logical and one person is just feeling their way through it.
Yeah.
So there's so many different factors that you have to factor in being in a relationship or even just talking to somebody, even just like a normal person. So those things, having your personal expectations, your personal mindset, and projecting that onto somebody else is not going to get you far.
There you go.
That's where you get those issues where you're not butting heads with somebody. And the thing is, they might not think the way that you think, but through a conversation, they can understand how you think. So you have to really focus and train yourself on that, the explanation.
Yeah.
And that's part of healthy and effective communication, is being able to explain how you're feeling. Oh, well, I personally wouldn't do that because and don't think because you say it and it sounds perfect and fine to you that all of a sudden that's going to make sense and change the person's mind. No, you're just stating how you feel about it.
Yeah.
And move accordingly, I guess. But Prince Daniel in the chat, he said, I like that blonde hair better, Queen, but I like this one. It's fine. I guess he want to see you with some blonde hair.
Oh, I gotta get a blonde wig first. But I'll find one just for you, Prince Daniel, so you can tell me how good I look in blonde. Cause see, I'm gonna be a
narcissist
and we want to look good and want all the compliments. Okay, like that's what I will do. Yes,
it's the Love and Queen show.
Yes.
We showing love to Queen.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Don't live, just show love to Queen.
That's all I'm trying to say. So if you want me in a blonde, I'm gonna find a blonde. I'm going to make sure Chris approves because it's my husband. But if you're going to see me in a blonde one, and you better give me nothing but compliments. Do you hear me, Prince? That's all I'm trying to say, Prince Daniel. I don't want to hear you like, oh, that one look good. You better be like, no, that look, woo, woo. If you weren't married, that's what I want to hear. Do you hear me, Prince? That's all I'm trying to say.
Brother Earth said something key here, and it's the active listening. And again, that active listening is, of course, not trying to jump to interject or put your 2 cents in. There's nothing wrong with having your idea and your mindset. It's all about how you handle it.
Yeah.
Me and Queen Lenora got 2 different mindsets on different conversations.
Every
My
day.
mind be one way, her mind be another way. But
Every day.
the way that you can handle that, a situation like that, is conversation. Understanding where the perspective is coming from. And even if it don't make sense, we'll be talking about something, and as we say, oh, well, that doesn't make sense. But that's what the mentality was.
Yeah.
And that's where you can get people now understanding your perspective, and there could be a change, or people can see things differently. But, brute forcing and trying to tackle it and force somebody to believe what you believe, it doesn't do anything.
And stop having people try to believe what you see. Trying to have people side with you on your belief system. Stop doing that, because that actually puts more damage in a relationship than anything else. Like, oh, well, Joe said they agree with me. We don't care. Joe's not in this relationship. You know what I mean? Stop doing that. You're talking about your feelings, your emotions. That's it. Don't be like, I'm telling you that Shosho have my back, so why don't you have my back? Then don't ask me, because I'm giving you my opinion. I don't care what Shosho told you. I'm just giving you my opinion. You don't want to take my opinion, then why you ask? Like, you could be like, oh, okay, I get it. You don't have to agree with it. You be like, oh, okay, I get it, but that's not for me. I do that. You can ask my sis, Lena Doyle. She'd be like, oh, Queen, you can do blase, 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 and you can do blase. And I'd be like, you can do blase, blase, She'd be telling me all the stuff I can do, how to do it, how to make it easy for me to do it. It's going to save me so much money. And then I go, and then I go, I'm not going to do it. I know. I know who you are. But I didn't interrupt and say, girl, let her say all that stuff, because maybe something would want to sit there and I'd be like, Lena, no. Because Wellness told me, blah, 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 blah. Lena don't care what Wellness told me. She's telling me her point of view.
Yeah.
Wellness told me her point of view. I don't need to go over here and have y'all crossing paths on telling, so now Lena will be like, Wellness is stupid. What the heck? And Wellness be like, Lena is dumb and stupid, because that you're causing more conflict than trying to get the resolution. So stop telling somebody what somebody else told you. If you don't want to know what this person say, don't ask. I always tell people, if you don't want my opinion, don't ask me for my opinion. Don't ask me to tell me, well, Chris told me. What the hell you asked me for? That's all what the hell you asked me for. Then talk to Chris. And we do stuff like that, which makes communication worse. It doesn't help the communication. It sucks. It's now you ask me just to throw somebody else's name in a mix like it's going to change my mind. If that's what you want, then don't ask me. And a lot of that, we don't understand it until somebody does it to us. So communication is so much broader than just listening and communicating. You got to understand, and you got to start bringing other people in your business. I don't think I can say it better than that.
I feel like that's the key. You do have to just keep it between the parties. Whatever it is, handle the situation that way. Now, there are certain situations, let's say we're in a group or we in a team or something like that. Everybody kind of got to work through it in that way. But for majority conversations, it usually is going to be a one-on-one when it comes to actual issues. They are usually able to be handled one-on-one. So keep it in confined in that area. I feel, especially within a relationship, any intimate relationship like these people that we've been talking about, them having that conversation with each other and keeping it within themselves is very important. Now, you can, at a later time, maybe ask some, other question or just have a separate conversation. But at the end of the day, all that stuff should be the two parties.
Yeah.
And what they're feeling. But
that's what I agree with that. And sometimes you will add somebody into the mix of the conversation. Like, they're going to be there. Like, there's sometimes if I'm talking to Elijah, I'll say, Chris, can you come into the conversation? Because Chris is not going to just take my side, and he's not going to just take Elijah's side. He's going to tell his side. That's just what his outcome and outlook is, and that's a different type of conversation. But you don't want to have somebody that's going to be there just to take your side, because then the other party's not going to listen. I'd rather hear my side, Elias' side, and then I'll be like, Chris, okay, tell us what your opinion is. Because you're going to see something that neither one, me or Elias, is going to see, because it's both our business, because I'm talking about business. It's both our business that maybe we're missing something. So Chris will be like, well, I think this and this and this, and if you guys do it this way, it makes such sense, and if you do it that way, it makes sense. And instead of me going, well, Chris said, blase, blase, I'd rather you just come in the conversation and tell your opinion about it, you know. And I look at that, because a lot of times people don't know what position Chris and I are in on these topics, you know. Chris, what these topics are when me and Eli are talking, that I feel like some stuff is meant for me and there's some stuff that's meant for him, because he does things that I don't do, and then I do things he don't do. So, you know, you can be talking to me about it, and it ain't got nothing to do with it. Like, you talking about computer and advertising, well, it ain't got nothing to do with me. That's Eli's standpoint. So he needs to hear you say it instead of hearing me say it. He needs to hear you say it, because it's an outside looking in. So that's also a term that you can bring somebody in that is a neutral party into the foundation of your relationship. But bringing them in the midst of an argument is the worst thing to do. In the midst of a discussion, worst thing to do. Just, you know, communication is so important that we just limit it to talking and listening, when there's so much more into it.
Well, and I feel like that right there, that was a good, at least just straight conversation about really communication, because if you're not doing it effectively, it's doing more harm than good. And I think that's one thing a lot of people do, is they'll be in their own mind and trying to focus on their perspective. But when you're focused on that, or trying to force somebody into thinking the way that you think, that's when the errors and stuff are made. You got to be mindful of other people. You got to be mindful of where people are at, where they, you know, all the many details, you know, because it all really adds up. Everybody's different. Nobody's going to be the exact carbon copy, and you wouldn't want that. You don't want somebody who's thinking exactly like you, because even in that situation, you might start butting heads. Funny enough.
Yeah, so, you don't like yourself like that. I think people think they like themselves like that. Nobody want to deal with themselves. Do you know how irritating it is? I'm going to tell you, I have a daughter. You don't want nobody to act like you. Okay? Like, we close and all. Me and my daughter are close. But she got a mouth on her like her mama, and then she got attitude problem like her mom. It's just not fun. You know, it's not like, woo. It's like, who raised you? And then she got the nerves to say you did. And I'd be like, what the heck? What's wrong with me? So you have these conversations that you be like, no, we don't like this, you know. So you think you want to have a lot of people that's like you. You don't. Mm-hmm. They'll make you want to shoot yourself.
So getting into this next topic here.
Okay.
All right. This person is having some concerns. So they like recently had got into a relationship, and these people are like, you know, mid 20s, so they kind of expecting a little bit more maturity now, right?
Yeah.
And so this is a boyfriend, girlfriend. They've been going out for, you know, just a good couple of months, let's say.
Boyfriend and girlfriend going out for a couple of months.
Yeah, good couple of months. They've been, you know, actually kind of established as boyfriend, girlfriend with this new type.
Yeah.
Well, he's having an issue. So he invited her to go somewhere, and she was like, yeah, well, can my friend come too? And he was like, yeah, sure. And apparently, you know, he's met the friend or knows of the friend, and it's good company. Well, guess what happened?
I don't know.
The friend decided, no, they can't go. Whether that be time restrictions or whatever it may be, they just can't make it.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
What?
Now the girlfriend doesn't want to go. So
because her friend don't want to.
Because the friend don't want to go. So now he's having an issue, and he's like, what's going on here? Now you can't go because your friend is not going. It's not making sense to me. Mm-hmm. So he's coming with this question now. Is he wrong for feeling a type of way for her not wanting to go after her friend didn't want to go? What would you recommend for him in this situation? Queen Lenore?
I would ask her if she has a problem with where they're going.
Mm.
Like if she has a problem with the company. Because like one thing I noticed is, and this is just off of watching my daughter with Elia and stuff, there's some people that just rub you the wrong way. And you feel like they might not like you or care for you. So she was probably bringing her friend to buffer that or to check it out herself to make sure she's not being overdoing it. Or she just like, no, I need somebody to talk to. I'm not going to be with a whole bunch of people who don't like me. Because and I'm sorry, man, it'd be oblivious to you that somebody don't like your woman. Like, it's oblivious. And then you don't have any empathy or sympathy. You don't have nothing. You just like, get over it, let's go, So I would ask her, like, really, what's going on? Is there something wrong? Do you feel uncomfortable with where we're going? Ask those type of questions where she knows that you really are concerned. Don't ask her, well, you feel like something wrong, that like somebody don't like you. Don't do that, because she ain't going to answer. She ain't going to give you an answer. But you like, is something wrong? Is everybody treating you right? Is somebody mistreating you? Do you feel uncomfortable? Is it just too many guys? I mean, is there something going on that I need to know? Because my job is here to protect you. Mm-hmm. Men don't do that, so they will never get that answer. So just watching Elia and my daughter is to maybe that would be a conversation you should have. Like, what's going on? Sometimes I just don't like being around nobody, and I'm comfortable. Like me, I hated going somewhere and with my friends, my man, or anything like that, where I had to meet a lot of people, because I don't have nobody to talk to, and I don't want to be up under my man all the time. There's Chris, so I'm following Chris over there, and I'm following Chris over. Those, I talk about those type of women, so I sure don't want to be that type of woman. So that's kind of that conversation where it's like really try to figure out, because I was really shy, so I don't know how to have a conversation and up and talk to somebody. So it could be that way too. I don't know what the situation is, but I say, really ask and be genuinely asking. Be sincere about the conversation that you're having with her to see why she don't want to go without a friend.
I think that's the best way to really handle the situation is just get a feel for the vibe of everything. I'm trying to understand what's going on there, because again, there could be something hidden behind everything, and if she only wants to go when the friend is going, you might have to do some reflecting, try to understand what's going on, maybe some interactions or whatever it may be. But again, the best way to get context of the situation is just to ask her directly and just have that conversation. Don't come with any animosity, just like Queen Lenore said. Keep a clear mind, clear head before you tackle the subject at hand.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a multitude of different reasonings, and it could even be something simple. There could actually be something going on or whatever it may be, and now she couldn't make it. And depending on who she is as an individual, she might give a bunch of details, she might not. But again, the only way to really further delve into that discussion is just to have it. You gotta speak on it. But for this next one here, this is a rather interesting one. And I would say this one is more for you, Queen Lenore. All right. So this is a young couple, or not young couple. This is a young lady. All right. So young lady, she's 19, but she never been on a date before. So her crush just asked her out on a date. She's looking forward to going, but she's never been on a date before. What would you recommend for her in this situation? How should she handle herself, or some things she should be mindful of? What would you recommend for somebody who's just starting dating at this stage in life?
Relax and be yourself. I know people can say that all the time, but it is so important, because especially when it's your crush, and stuff like that, you want to be relaxed and be yourself. The reason I say you be yourself is a lot of people feel like they don't want to be themselves, because then that might, make him not want to be with you. Well, you need to know that up front. Why would you want to wait until you're emotionally have all these feelings and emotion for this person to find out, when you being yourself, he don't really like it. Like, so be yourself. And I'm not saying do all the stupid corny stuff you do around your family, but be yourself. Like, whatever comes to your mind, have that topic, have that conversation, be upfront. You don't like football? I don't like football. I don't understand why everybody's tackling each other. Or if you do, well, you know, be down and yeah, I love, this is my favorite team. Oh, your team. I guess I'll, you know, let you slide today because it's our first day, but my team is better. You know, be where that person can really feel the vibe from you. Don't leave like, I don't want to say anything. Oh, I like your team. You know, like on Coming to America, whatever you like.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just be like, you know, be yourself and have fun. Oh, I love shrimp fry. I don't like shrimp. It ain't for me. It's nasty. I don't like it. And I don't know why people like to eat it because I don't think they really clean out all the poop. Whatever your emotions are.
But you like shrimp though, right?
No. I used to love shrimp. So I got to get back into it. I like it this much, but I don't like shrimp anymore because I stopped eating it for so long that it's hard for me to get past me eating it now.
755 said, keep it real.
Yeah, that's all it is. I think, you know, we put too much emphasis into, oh, it's my crush, or it's my first date. Okay. Have fun. Relax. Breathe. And, you know, talk.
And I think something like that come through on another side of things. I think just you being able to show your best characteristics or whatever it may be and just be yourself. I think a lot of people, again, like Queen Lenore said, they try to follow whatever the person likes or does or kind of copy the traits or, you know, just that being more, thinking that would be more attractive. But what is more attractive is just somebody being themselves, being their true character, whether that's obnoxious or whatever it may be. Then that person really can get an understanding of who you are and know, oh, this person is different in this way, and I actually kind of like that. I like somebody who's not gonna just go with the flow with everything. She did this, and I thought she was just gonna get what I got because that's what everybody else did. But no, she decided to get this, and it was looking actually kind of good. You never know what it may be or what may spark from just being your genuine self. And again, it also helps when you guys get in a relationship to not have to now change your back into yourself because you're not playing any character.
Yeah.
You already be yourself throughout the whole duration of the relationship.
What he said is correct.
But yeah, I feel
I agree.
That was a nice, cool one. I feel like, you know, somebody at this new stage in life getting ready for their first date. And was there anything you would say look out for?
No.
Don't look out for.
Well, my thing is, I don't know. Like I don't know if you guys riding together. I don't know if you're riding separate. But the same thing that person is looking for, you might need to be looking for. Like maybe just because you have a crush on them, you might not like what that person stands for or act. And it's okay for you to have those emotional feelings. You ain't got to say it right there. I don't like you. I don't know. You could wait and just, you know, ghost them or be like, you know what? I don't want to date anymore. I thought it was gonna be fun, but you know, it's not my cup of tea. You know, it's okay. You know, I don't know what else to say on behalf of it. If you don't like the person, if you get a strong, weird vibe, and I say if you ride with somebody, make sure you always have money to be able to catch a cab, Uber, a Lyft, something to get away. You know, so that person don't have to drive you back. You know, just if you're getting creepy vibes, you don't want to go back with that person.
You're just not feeling it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well,
we got to get ready to go because Eli got somewhere to go.
We do have somewhere to be.
And then he's going to a wonderful, wonderful barbecue.
Yeah. And Queen Lenore is going too. But before we hop out, how you feel about this situation here, though? Because I feel like this really lines in with the should I stay or should I go? Okay? So, this is a boyfriend and girlfriend. They've been together for 5 years. All right, but they're young, so they're early 20s. Her issue is, though they have formed a nice relationship after 5 years, he still talks about his ex.
Oh, I don't like that.
So, what would you recommend for her in this situation?
You ain't got no time for him. Bye. he ain't over that person. So we got to still talk about it because I'm not going to be compared to nobody else. That's something you guys have to have some standards about. I'm not being compared to nobody else. And if you got to still keep talking about your ex, then that means there's something else. I'm going to tell you, I don't talk about my ex-husband. Unless I'm giving examples of what we're doing here, there's no conversation me and Chris is having that's got anything to do with my ex. Because he's really irrelevant. But he did grow me up in some areas where I was not grown in to be able to have good understanding in relationships. But we're not doing all that. That's not what we're going to do. We're not saying it. We're not doing it. It's just not what we're going to do. That's all. So if he's still hung up on the ex, let him be hung up on the ex. Why get in a relationship with somebody that already in a relationship? Mentally, he's still in a relationship with the ex.
Well, let's step into this next one. 755 is asking, do you know the number one question you should ask before getting into a relationship?
I don't know the number one question.
What's the number one question?
I have a whole bunch of them come to my head when it's time to be in a relationship.
I don't know what the number one is, though.
See, I should have had the number one, and I could eliminate probably a whole bunch of people. I just didn't know what the number one was.
The number one question, you got it made. You know, it's the number one.
Yeah.
Do you have sickle cell? Always ask this question and find out the answer. It could be a difference between life and death.
Oh. Why?
Because if you have two with the same trait, then it's passed on to the child.
Oh, so I can't date somebody with sickle cell if I have sickle cell?
Yeah, because then it's birth for adverse defects for your child. Yeah. 755 said, get tested before having children.
Oh,
Mother Earth said she is correct. And Mother Earth said, enjoy your day. Love y'all.
Yeah, well, that's something that we learned.
There you go.
So you have two people who have sickle cell. It's going to get passed down to the kid. Now, I'm going to tell you, I did have a friend that had sickle cell. I still don't know what it is. Like, I know the word, and I know that she was sick a lot. But I don't know what it is.
So there's two different things. Well, we can get into it on a different
They might
time,
want to know real quick.
There's the trait, and then there's the full sickle cell. So the trait is pretty much like you've got two people with the trait, they'll birth somebody with sickle cell. Sickle cell is like, I think there's many different results of sickle cell, but we can look up for just to make sure everything is right. So sickle cell is a disease, a group of inherited red blood cell disorders that affect I don't know how to say that, and proteins that carry oxygen through the body. Normally, red blood cells are disc-shaped and flexible enough to move easily through the blood vessels. So it will now change the shape of their blood and just give them an overall hard time. It can block blood flow, lead to pain and organ damage, and it's just got many different mutations that are happening internally due to this trait. So it can birth all these different health issues like jaundice, anemia, just general pain, and other complications like blocked blood flow, strokes, eye problems, and infections. So it's just you're setting your child up for a very disadvantageous life if you're doing that. So, absolutely.
Okay.
And 755 said, Eli, did you even ask your future wife? I ain't even gonna lie. 755 said, love y'all. And yes, every child can get this. And Mother Earth said predominantly in African American, and African Americans. All right, we gotta welcome somebody in. We got Leon Cobb. All right, Leon said my guy can't be there with your upcoming nuptials, but I'll be there in spirit.
Yeah.
With you and the missus and all the, I wish you and the missus all the best. And in the words of R. Kelly, step in the name of love. I appreciate it, Leon. Appreciate
yes, Leon, yes.
And 755 said I suffer from it and it hurts like
hell.
All right.
Well,
so,
yes.
Thanks for the information on that, 755, and that is something to be mindful. That's a big question you should ask.
Yeah, it is. I didn't know. Now we know, and knowing is half the battle.
We about to hop off by saying,
remember to love and live each day as if it were your last.
Thank you for watching. You take care.
Smooches.
Yo, L&L. L&L. Love and Live Show. It's hot, 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 taste it hot. I'm ready. Love and Live. Let's go. Love and Live Show. Motivation speakers. Positive affirmation. Tune in every week. We need a Monday family meet. Elijah always cheating. Relationship advice on Wednesday so you don't go creeping. Thursday game time. Come in and unwind. Friday night shout out time. Creators grind and shine. Pop up at the pop up. Shop up at the shop up. Get your bomb.com seasons for your potluck. Tropical morning for your royalty. Love and Live Empire bringing all the heat. You wanna taste that heat? Woo. Try to taste the heat. Woo. Hot sauce, that sweet heat is banging like this beat. Woo. Chocolate burning, love, mild watermelon. Great fire. Dynamite's the truth. Have you woo?
Elijah, favorite nephew, Lenora. She know it's the truth. Adriana,
Chris. Everybody love Chris. Love and Live Show.
It's the love
hey,
and live
hey,
show. It's the love and live show.
love and live.
It's the love and live
We be laughing, having fun.
Get up and stay up and live. Get up and stay up and live.
Love and live each day as if it was your last.
Let's live the love and live show.
Smooches.
The love and live show. And live. Love and live.
Yep.
This is love and live shots.